Here it is. Okay, should be recording now. It is. Cool. Whoops. All right, y'all. Welcome to another fantastic day of world studies. I don't know if you guys know. I'll tell you guys this again tomorrow. But school we don't have Monday. So since we don't have school on Monday, we won't meet on Monday, and we'll only meet on that Tuesday, and then those 15 minutes on Wednesday. So that's kind of what it looks like for now. There's another schedule like that that's gonna happen. Like that, but we're gonna do something to just kind of get rid of that Wednesday day and give us an extra, 30-minute day. So yeah, that's it. So let me go over really quickly on the homework feedback with you guys. There's some extra tips, advice for the longitude, latitude, especially if you're completely lost and you're like, I'm looking at this, Mr. Rodriguez, and I ain't got a clue. So here's just some extra things that I want you to be aware of, right? I'll kind of go through this fairly quickly. So it's okay if you don't get that degree symbol, right? We're talking about degrees here with these coordinates, right? Those are what those numbers are. Make sure that, again, if you can, that's great. If you can't, don't worry about it. Also, important thing, make sure that they are listed in the correct order, right? Latitude should be first and then longitude. You guys can write this down. I recommend you guys do, but this is already here for you. It's already on Classroom. But if you want to go ahead and write some of this stuff down, that's great. Okay, so besides the correct order, the appropriate coordinate and direction, right? Make sure that we are including that it's either north, south, east, or west, right? Those things are crucial, right? Because that tells us exactly which direction in the map we're talking about. Okay, if you don't tell me that, right? If something, you give me a number that's from here when actually it was probably like over here, right? Stuff like that matters. So make sure we're including that. A 0, however, is a 0 because it's literally right on the lines, right? So I'll kind of make this a little larger, right? So if it's like literally on the line, it is neither, it's neither a north, south, east, or west because it's on that equator or the prime meridian. So there's no need for that. Also, guess as close as you can to the correct coordinate. I know the maps are fairly small. The numbers are very close together, or the dot would probably be somewhere in between, two lines. You have to guess which number. Guess as closest as you can, right? You don't have to be as accurate. The point is that you are accurate, but again, don't stress out about it. Don't stress like, oh my God, if I'm off by 1 or 2, I'm gonna get it wrong. Now I'll give you some leeway for that. So again, don't worry about that as much. But yeah, if it's like on the other side of the map, if it's like something supposed to be here, right? If the correct answer was here, right? But then you give me like something that's like maybe like right here. Again, depending. I don't know if you guys can see well, but if it's like literally right next to it, that's okay. But if the answer is like something right here, and you're telling me that it's like here, yeah, no, that's wrong. Last couple of things, probably the most important ones. Make sure you follow that line closely. They curve, right? They don't go straight down or straight sideways, right? You got to make sure you're following that line very closely. I know it's difficult because it's not on paper. You can't use a pencil or pen. It's on a computer. So just try really close, right? As close as you can to that correct coordinate. And also do not forget about the negative numbers, right? Remember there are 2 sets, right? There's the 0 to 90, 0 to 180, but then there's also a 0 to negative 90 and 0 to negative 180. Go check that map out with the one on the Google Slides, right? That exactly shows you what I'm talking about if you're not really sure, right? Do not forget about the negative coordinates. If you do not mention, right, you don't say that they're negative, and when it's supposed to be, it will be considered incorrect, okay? So if you're done and you've made some of these mistakes, you can always go back, edit them. If you have trouble getting that, let me know, I'll send it back to you, because if this isn't due until tonight at midnight, right? So you still have time to go back and edit some stuff if you need to. So, right, you still got time, all right? And if you have any more questions about this, I will help you out with that. Okay, everybody good on that? Thumbs up reaction somehow, yeah? Okay, awesome, cool. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate the feedback here, right? Really do appreciate that. Okay, so that's that. Now, this is what you guys are gonna be doing today. So we're gonna be talking about the 5 themes of geography, right? These 5 themes is kind of what really tells us exactly how to really study geography, right? Because geography is, again, the study of the distribution and interactions of physical and human features on the earth, right? So in other words, kind of like what goes on this planet, right? What is happening in every corner of this globe, right? What are these interactions between us, the humans, and everything else that is, nature and everything that has already existed for hundreds of millions of years, right? What's that relationship? What's going on in our planet? That's what geography is. And to figure that out, right, we will be using these 5 themes to really structure things out, really know what's happening, try to understand why Afghanistan, like there's so much stuff going down over there. How come here in the US we're so massive but like still like somewhat relatively peaceful compared to like other parts of the world? Why are we all so different, right? What's playing into action that allows us to live better than most of the other countries around the world? Because that is a fact, right? So what's going on? And that's what these 5 themes are going to help us out. So I think that was already posted on Classroom. If not, here, I'll do it now. So I'm going to post that right now. So you have 2 options on how to go about this assignment, and I'll show you exactly what that assignment is. Okay, so the 2 options, you're either using this Word document that has kind of like all the notes rather than going through like a slides, right? It's all in one document, all the information you need to know. Or you can watch this recorded lecture that the other world studies teacher did, Mr. Harris. He's a great teacher. He's fascinating. He traveled around the world for quite a bit, lived in different parts of the planet of the world. So he has some pretty interesting things to say and inputs. So if you want to watch out that video, I highly recommend it. It's like 18 minutes long. So I mean, 18 minutes is depending on how you view it, if it's a lot or not. Here, let me go ahead and no, I don't want to stop sharing. Okay. So the tip about Google Classroom, everybody, is that rather than like, trying to find, I mean, right now there's not that much stuff in here, but it's always best to just check out the topics here on the side, right? To be a little faster, right? So right now we're in culture and geography. Okay, and here we go. Here's our activity or homework assignment of the day, right? So here's your task. Now I'll show you what those 5 themes are. Okay, so hold on. So this is your task. You got 5 different pictures, right? 5 different world pictures, right? Because we're touring the world in a way, right? We're touring the world through our computer screens and Zoom and Google Docs. Fascinating. and so you have these 5 pictures here. And what I want you guys to do is to identify 2 themes of geography, right? But hold on, Mr. Rodriguez, what are these 5 themes of geography? Okay. So to show you right now quickly, oh, I gotta edit this up. So, darn, I thought I fixed that. Mistakes happen. Okay, I'll fix that, no worries. So what this is, right, we have location, we have place, human environment, interaction, movement, and regions. Those are our 5 themes. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory. It's kind of really in the name, except for one that I think is going to be a little confusing, which is place. Now with place, I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, this place over here or that place. Let's go to this place. That's not what we're really talking about here. What we're talking about with place here, let me see if I can actually give you the definition so you can read it. Here we go. This is the one I want to show you. So the place is that those features that give character to a location is what tells us what this place is. And I'm using that word kind of differently. Oh wait, you guys can't see it. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So for place, right, we're talking about either physical or human place. There's two kinds. And just like everything we're going to be talking about, most of this unit is that if you know one, you're going to know the other. Because physical place is anything that is nature, anything that we as humans, as a people, as a species, did not create. Okay, and anything that is not human, right, will be will be representing the physical place, right, the natural features, what nature provides, right, such as climate, landforms like mountains, rivers, hills, plateaus, whatever, vegetation, you know, what kind of plants are around. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about with physical place. Human place, again, the opposite. Anything that we as humans have added, right? Features added by humans. How we dress, the stuff we build, the languages we speak, religion. Again, anything that we've created, either with our very own hands or with our brains, right? Talking about like ideas and stuff, that would be the human place. That's the only one that is a little tricky because again, most people always think about like, oh yeah, this place. I see this place over here. Yeah, this place. Yeah. No, place is kind of like what we really see behind everything. I'm not gonna go through over all these because I want to make sure I give you guys enough time to work on everything. The lecture of Mr. Harris provides a lot of information on and really breaks it down and gives you a lot of examples about these 5 themes. And the best part about that lecture is that you can control it and you can go at your own pace. And if you feel like you got something, you can always just skip ahead and go to the next. So that's pretty much it, right? That's the only one that I want you to be aware of. Everything else, again, pretty self-explanatory, especially if you read these examples. Okay, so that's your first option. And of course, you have the recorded lecture from Mr. Harris. Okay, so again, you'll click on it, 18 minutes long, right? And then you can go ahead and just use that while you fill out the Google Doc. One last thing, and I'll be quiet and I'll let you guys work, is this tip, right? So name at least 2 things. You don't need, just name 2 themes, 2 of the 5 from that list, from that lecture, okay? Look at that image. What kind of themes can you see here? And there are many themes in these pictures, right? They're not like, there's not, you know, 1 or 2 correct answers. There are plenty of answers, but I want you to give me kind of like your take on it, right? This is all practice. I just want to see how well you're able to identify, right? That's our goal, right? We need to identify what the themes are, see if we can spot them, but then also be able to kind of provide a description for each theme, right? So let me show you. So like for this place right here, right? What is this? Like what location? I mean, we're talking about here. What is this? What is like, what picture of this is this is? Who can tell me this first one?
A bridge.
But do you know where this is though? Like the city? Do you know what the city this is?
No.
No? Who can tell me what the city is? Oh wait, I got you. Oh, here we go. See, the chat's so hard to keep up. The answer is yes, Dylan. It is Chicago, right? It is Chicago. So here I already, so like me, obviously, I'm kind of from around Chicago. So if I were to see this, I'm like, okay, I know that place. I know that place. That's Chicago. So I can go. So the first thing we can do is like, all right, you know what? Place, because was Chicago created there by like, I don't know, the environment? Probably not. So I'm gonna say, okay, place, maybe specifically human place. You could change out the font if you want once you like start working. Place, my description is because, well, humans, right, built, right, all of these buildings, and you can't use this answer anymore, right? Because I'm writing it now. So there are, like I said, there are many answers, many different types of descriptions and stuff, right? Humans built all the buildings and bridges, right? Not nature, something brief like that, right? Something that just shows me that, yeah, okay, you do know what you're talking about. You know, you do know that yeah, I do see this theme in this picture, and let me show you by typing it out. And then that's it. Then you can be like, okay, what other theme is there? Okay, well, I see this. Okay, maybe it's that. And then let me, you know, type in my description as to why I think that it's that theme. Okay. All right. How are we feeling with this? Again, we'll try it out once we start working. And then you have any questions, you know, just kind of like shoot me a message, let me know, and I'll send you a little message as well and help you out. Okay. This is me experimenting with how I'm gonna go about this whole deal. Okay. So what time is it now? 11:31. Ooh, I guess I spent a little too much time talking about it. My bad, everybody. Okay. Get as much as done. Get as much as you can today, and then you'll have, you know, the rest of the day and tomorrow to work on it. Okay. So use this time to go ahead and get started, and I'll be here for questions and such. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording now, so we should be good.